Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new then welcome. My name is Eline and I would love it if you would stick around. The subscribe button is right down below, and if you haven't hit that notification bell by now, please do so that you get notified for all of my videos. But for today's video, I have a first impressions makeup tutorial using the new Colourpop My Little Pony collection. So this collection is pretty new on the Colourpop website and I decided to pick up a few items because I'm a kid inside, and this collection looked so pretty and cute that I had to get some products. So yeah, so that is what today's video is going to be all about. So if you're interested in knowing my first impression thoughts, see some swatches and just play around with makeup, then definitely just keep on watching. Alright, so the first item I picked up from the My Little Pony collection is the My Little Pony Shadow Palette. So first of all, the packaging of this box is so adorable. All these ponies, the color scheme, the pink, the purple, the blue. I'm just freaking obsessed with this packaging. So this is what the front of the box looks like. Then on the back it has all of these shades of the shadows. So this comes with 12 shades and retails for $16 US. And each of the pens contain 0.85 grams of product. And this is what the actual palette looks like. Come on, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. It has a holographic finish to it, and I love how colorful this looks. I am a kid inside and this gets me freaking excited. So again, on the back it has all of the color shades, and then when you open it up, this is what the palette looks like on the inside. So again, you have the little rainbow right here that says My Little Pony X Colourpop, and then these are all of these shadows. So there is a mixture of finishes. There are both matte and shimmers in it, and I personally really love the colors they went for. It's something different, and since I own a lot of palettes already, I love palettes that look a little bit different and unique, and this is definitely more on the unique side. I haven't swatched them yet, so let's go in with, let's try this purple one, let's try this one, and I'm also really curious to know about this one. So these are a few of the shades swatched right here. I will insert some pictures with swatches of all of these shades, but these ones are definitely very promising. This looks more like a shimmer topper, this matte one is really pigmented, and this looks like a metallic. It looks so pretty. So yeah, I can't wait to create a look with it. So the first shade I'm going to use is this one right here as my transition shade. By the way, I'm already wearing my eyeshadow primer, but so far this is blending out really easily. I do have to pack on the color, but that's okay. So far this is applying really effortlessly. I love how these Colourpop shadows blend like a dream. They blend like a dream. There's no patchiness, I have barely any fallout. And of course, I love how affordable Colourpop is. And the fact that they're cruelty-free is just mind-blowing to me. Also, don't mind my eyebrows, I'm trying to grow them out, so they look a little bit ratchet. But bear with me. Alright, so next I'm going to use this shade and darken up the crease and pack it on into my inner and outer corners to start off the halo eyes that I want to create. I definitely want to go for a more pink toned or purple toned look because I feel like it's appropriate for this collection. Alright, and then to blend it out, I'm going back in with the transition shade. Alright, and then to darken it up even more, I'm going to use this shade. I forgot to mention the names, but this one is called Sky Dancer, this one is called Applejack, and this one is called Flutterby. But yeah, now I'm going to grab Sky Dancer, which is this one, and I'm going to use that one to darken it up even more. And I'm going to use the same brush for this. By the way, this is the Glamour Dolls brush. I have no idea which one it is. And my transition brush was the Ebelin blending brush. The only thing I wish with this palette is that it had more blues and purples in it, but I know that the Super Shock shadows in this collection are more purple toned, so this palette doesn't really have a lot of purples in it, which I wish it did, but I can live with it. Alright, and again going back in with the previous shade to blend everything out. Okay, so before going in with the lid shade, I'm going to apply a little bit of my NYX glitter glue. And then for my glittery lid shade, I'm going to apply this shade, which is called Snuzzle, and this I'm going to focus in the center of my eyelids where we have that blank space. Again, with the silver, I do have to build it up, but it is looking pretty intense, which is what I was looking for. So I'm just going to keep on building this up until it looks how I want it to look. And then when you reach the edges, you just want to wiggle your brush. I'll actually try to apply this with my finger and see if it makes it more intense. Oh yeah, that definitely helped a lot. So what I'm going to do now is use my previous blending brush and make sure that the edges look nice and blended out, because now they look a little bit harsh and not too blended. So I'm going to try to make everything look seamless. I'm actually going to take a little bit of Minty, which is this purple shade, and use this to blend out the edges and see what happens. This might turn out like a disaster, who knows? So I'm just going to apply this where the shades meet each other and see what happens. That looks good. I like it. Then I'm going to go in with the transition shade one more time to blend everything out in my crease, like so. So now I'm going to repeat everything underneath my lower lash line. So I'm going to take the darkest crease color and focus it on the inner and outer parts of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the second shade that we used and use it to blend that out. And then using my transition shade to blend everything out again. And then I'm going to apply the silver shade in the middle. I'm going to use Firefly, this one right here, to highlight my inner corners. And then to highlight my brow bone, I'm going to grab this one, which is called Bluebell. That looks so pretty. I love it. So far, I'm really impressed with this palette. I love the look I created. They were super easy to work with, and they're just what I'm used to from Colourpop eyeshadows. They're amazing. So now I'm going to highlight my brow bone. Ooh, that shade is pigmented. Oh, damn. Okay, it was a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be. This inner corner highlight, by the way, has a beautiful like iridescence to it. I love it. So now that the eyeshadow is done, I'm going to apply some winged liner and false lashes off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. My eyes are all done. If you're wondering, I used my Kiss 11 eyelashes and my Marcel mascara, which are my favorite ones, so that's what I'm wearing. And I'm also wearing my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, so in case you were curious, now you know. But then moving on, the collection also contains two highlighters. So these are pressed powder highlighters, and they come in two shades, as I mentioned. They each retail for $8, which again, how? I have no clue, but they each contain 6.5 grams of product, which is a pretty decent size. My only complaint, again, which I talked about in my other video where I reviewed the highlighters, which I will link down below. Self-plug. You can only see the names of the highlighters on the actual boxes. The actual compacts do not say which shade it is, so once you throw away the boxes, you don't really know which highlight you're using. And Colourpop says they do that because they use the same compacts for all of their pressed face powders. The actual magnetic pens do say the name on the back, but once you pop them in a compact, you don't see it anymore. So that's the reasoning behind it. But still, I wish they would have put the names on the actual compacts, but that's the only downside, because again, look at this packaging, so adorable. So we have two highlighters. One is called Trickles, and then the other one is called Starflower. So let's look at Starflower. So this is what the compact looks like. You have a beautiful silhouette of two ponies, and then again it says My Little Pony X Colourpop. And then when you open it up, you get a huge pen which has beautiful stars on it, and you also get a really big mirror, and it closes magnetically, so I'm a really big fan of this packaging. But again, this is the shade Starflower, which is the more golden tone highlight. It looks dark in the pen, but once you swatch it, you'll notice that it is less dark. It is geared still towards more darker skin tones, or medium skin tones even, but I will swatch it right here. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it is a beautiful golden highlight. As I mentioned, it is a little bit on the darker side, so I think fair skin tones wouldn't be able to pull this off, but it will look beautiful on more deeper skin tones. And then the other highlighter in the collection is called Trickles, and this one is more geared towards people with fair skin tones. So again, it has the same packaging, and then this is what the highlight looks like on the inside. This is definitely a more pink and purple toned one, but again, I will swatch it. So this is Trickles right here. As you can tell, it is more on the sheer side, and you definitely have to build it up. I will add another layer, so now it is more visible. As you can see, it has a beautiful pink and purple reflex. It is just less pigmented than the gold one, so you definitely have to build this one up. So I think for this look, since I went for a more purple and pink and silver toned eye look, that I'm going to use the pink highlight. I might even add a little bit of the golden one on top, we'll see. But first I'm going to go in with this one, which again is called Trickles. This one is definitely more on the subtle side, but I'm not really into subtle highlighters, so I'm going to build it up. But it looks really pretty. It has a beautiful pink reflex to it. Normally I don't really go for pink undertones, but I actually don't mind it at all with this one. And I don't really have a lot of these in my collection, so for me this is definitely a unique shade. I don't know if it will translate on camera, but this looks so beautiful and unique. I freaking love it. That looks so pretty. I don't have anything like this in my collection, which is great because by now I have a lot of makeup. So having something that I don't really own is always nice. There is a lot of powder kick up in the pan, but again, I'm really going ham, so that's probably why. I didn't think I would love it as much as I do, but with this eye look, it looks so pretty. So I'm going to apply some on my Cupid's bow and my nose. And just out of curiosity, I'm also going to apply a little bit of the gold one on top and see what that looks like. This is definitely on the darker side. So this just added a little bit of gold to the look. I love it as well. They're actually both more on the sheer side. Now that I'm applying this one, it's also a little bit on the sheer side, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it whatsoever. For only $8, this is amazing. Alright, and the next collection also has a bunch of lip products, but I only went for one. And this is the Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Moon Dancer. So again, it has the same design on the card box as the other stuff from the collection. And then this is what the shade Moon Dancer looks like. It is a beautiful dark burgundy plum purple. It's really hard to describe, but it is a matte finish. And I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it has purple details with stars right here. And again, it says My Little Pony X Colourpop, and this retails for $6 if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and apply this. I'm super excited about this shade. Once I saw swatches of this, I knew I had to get it because it is such a beautiful fall shade. This entire collection is very universal, but this one is definitely perfect for fall. So first I'll swatch it right here. So as you can see, it is a beautiful fall shade. It still has to dry down to a matte finish, but let's go ahead and apply it on the lips. This shade is stunning. This is right up my alley. It is dark, it is vampy. I freaking love it, and I'm also really happy that it complements the eyes. I'm obsessed with this look. I'm obsessed with this whole makeup look. So now it has dried down to a more matte finish, but on the lips, this looks so pretty. I am obsessed. This looks so pretty. I love it. I freaking love it. And that actually wraps up my first impressions tutorial on the new Colourpop and My Little Pony collection. Now I think it's safe to say that I love this collection. If you love more bolder makeup, if you love playing around with makeup, if you love playing around with color, or if you're obsessed with Colourpop or My Little Pony, you need to get your hands on this collection. I can't even decide what I love most because I love everything that I picked up. So first of all, the palette, again, I love the look I created. It was easy to use, they're all very pigmented, and I love the color selection of this palette. So also, can we take a moment for this packaging? For only $16, you need to get this. You need to get this palette. It is so cute. Then the two highlighters, again, obsessed with these. Although I would say that you don't need both of them. It depends on your skin tone. If you're more on the fair side, I will pick up the pink one. But if you're more on the medium to deep skin tone side, I will pick up the gold one. Don't get me wrong, I'm really happy I picked up both. But if I would recommend any to you guys, it would depend on your skin tone. And I don't think you need both of them, so yeah. And then lastly, the lippy. This is freaking beautiful. This will complement a lot of different skin tones. I think it's very universal and it is perfect for the fall time. Now again, it depends on your personal preference, because if you're not into deep plums, burgundies, fall shades, then don't get this shade. But if you adore a gorgeous fall lip shade that is more on the darker side with a matte finish, you need to get your hands on this. Again, for $6. It's amazing. Alright, and that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below if you liked this video, if you have tried anything from the collection and what your opinions were, because I would love to know and find out. Don't forget to follow my blog and social media, which is always linked down below in the description. And it is all at Eline Blaise. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy days to watch my videos, and I hope I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.